Hi, everyone. Welcome back to day 2 of the GNSI's virtual 2020 conference. I am Kapi Monoyois. I am your soon-to-be president of the board, I guess. I'm not sure exactly when that transition happens, but I think it's sometime in the space of this conference. I am delighted to have so many of you here. Yesterday, we focused on science illustrators delivering messages that tie directly to the science behind the pandemic we are facing. That session was called Creativity in the Time of COVID, and it focused on science illustration in a traditional sense, what most people think of when they think of what we do. But today is different. We alluded to that difference yesterday by including a documentary filmmaker in our lineup, Katie Schuler, who on the surface might seem a tangential choice to what we're doing here. But I don't see it that way. If you set aside the tools that we favor, at the core, each of us is working to communicate science visually. We're illustrators, most of us, yes, but we are also artists, sculptors, cartoonists, animators, exhibit designers, printmakers, muralists, data visualizers, art directors, book authors, and much more. The tools we use and our favored topics are less important than the larger messages that we carry. So today, we dive a bit more into this idea. The idea that we can use the unique and varied skills that we have as individuals to promote this goal that we all share, getting people to understand and care about science and the natural world. So the title of this session is Adaptive Practices for Visual Creatives. Whether you're a freelance illustrator or an educator and are finding your project pipeline has dried up due to COVID, or your creative gears are turning and you're ready to take advantage of this moment of profound change, this session is for you. Because fundamentally, the creativity represented in this group puts the fanciest tech startups to shame. We have a passion for the natural world and the gifts to spread that enthusiasm and affection to the public or whatever community you identify as being important and within your reach. Before I introduce our first speaker for the day, I do have a couple of announcements. Everyone should have received a Remo invitation for tonight's after party. It is called After Party in the subject line. So if you're having trouble finding it and it's not readily apparent in your spam or your promotions box, you may think to try searching for it with the words after party. Peter Green is our tech guru. He's going to help people get connected. And if you have any troubles after you've searched in your mailbox, it also appears to come from no reply. So that's another thing to look for. But we want everyone to be able to enjoy this evening's mingling after session 4, because we will be closing out the auction. So alert, alert. The auction is still live. You can head over to the auction website, which I'm hoping somebody, oh, there's Peter Green posting in the chat with his email in case anyone has troubles. If we could also get the link up to the auction, I hope everyone has had a chance to visit it, but take a look because it will close tonight. And our auction team, which is a giant human, no, she's larger than life, but she's not giant. She's giant in the metaphorical sense. Trisha Cassidy has done an incredible job with that. So we want to thank her. Every year, for those of you who are new to the GNSI, the auction funds that we raise get split between the education fund and the operating fund. So all of that money goes back into programming and the journal and all of the things that we offer you. So please bid and come to the after party where we'll close it out. It often gets quite silly, so be warned. Come and be ready to be silly. And I think those are the announcements I have for now. We will see you in the next session where I have the pleasure to introduce Tanya Marion. Okay, see you in a few.